always want to follow the Holy Spirit. Let the Holy Spirit lead you. Let the Holy Spirit guide you, and you'll never go wrong. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the mini podcast, Lessons Learned. Listen, man, like I told y'all before, this is inspired by, man, my father, my late father, Thomas Urquhart. Man, he taught me so many lessons, but just by just little saying little things. And I remember this lesson. He used to always tell me, son, you always want to follow the Holy Spirit. Let the Holy Spirit lead you. Let the Holy Spirit guide you, and you'll never go wrong. Because if you go off all your emotions, you go off of what you feel, son, sometimes you will be wrong. And I can remember a time in my career, I had been a producer for 10 plus years at the time, and producing and writing for different artists. And at this time, I had to go back out to Atlanta. I was in LA. I had to go back out to Atlanta. Oh no, I was in Houston, and I had to come out to Atlanta. Had to work with one of my artists that I was out there working with, and happened while I was working with this artist, one of my favorite producers as a child walks into the studio, Jazzy Faye. So me never really being starstruck about who I worked with or any of the artists that I would ever see around. But just seeing Jazzy in the room, I really wasn't just starstruck, but I was just in awe of, wow, this man is sitting in the same room with me. It was just a sign that, you know what, things are going in the right direction. So at this time in my life, I had started working on a couple gospel records, and I was leaning more on being an artist. And one of the first records I worked on was called Crown. And man, I was working on this record, Crown. I was in Houston working on the record, Crown. And while I'm in Atlanta, I'm working with another artist. So we in there, my manager at the time told me to play a couple records for them, for Jazzy, playing the records for him. And he was like, man, let me hear some more. What you got, Black? And I was like, oh, immediately, what? You want to play what you think that this person will like. Holy Spirit was immediately like, no, play Crown. And I'm like, man, I'm not about to play Crown in this session, this ungodly session. Why do I mess it? But at the end of the day, again, my dad always telling me, follow the Holy Spirit. So, make a long story short, we're in the studio session. Man, I play Crown. 30 seconds into the record, Jazzy stops me and say, hold on, run that back. I'm like, okay. Me being 10 plus years in this, anytime somebody stop you in 30 seconds and they tell you to run it back, you know you got something. But at the same time, I've always been understood to be humble in the room, so I just didn't want to be overexcited and act like, oh yeah, that's it. So I'm just sitting there, okay, like, yeah, let's run it back, man. I'm glad you like it, man. We all excited. I run the record back. We play the record. This man tells me, man, it would be an honor to get on the record. One of my favorite producers asking me to get on the record with one of my records, man, what do you say? Am I gonna say no? Nah, but lo and behold, what people didn't understand in that was that second verse of that song was speaking to Jazzy in such a way that I didn't even understand, but the Holy Spirit understood what was needed for that time. Well, Jazzy jumps on the record. He like, hold on, before you put it out. Now I'm supposed to be gone. 2 days later, I'm supposed to be gone. He said, hold on, before you put it out, man, we gotta put Isaac Curry on this record. I'm like, Isaac Curry, man, the standard. What? We like to put Isaac Curry. Ain't no way this is happening. Ain't no way. At the time, he was on tour. And so he was like, man, just I promise you, let's put Isaac on here. It's gonna take it to another level. And so again, me always being understanding of being around wisdom and knowledge, hey, let me take that and all right, cool. So I extended my trip even more. I was like, okay. I end up staying a whole week. About that last tour's day, I'm really at this point, nobody knew. I'm ready to go. I'm like, man, I'm waiting on what? I'm done with everything I needed to do. Man, this ain't gonna get done. That's just what I'm thinking. That's just the carnal mind of me thinking. Lo and behold, Get a phone call. Hey, let's set the session up. We set the session up. Jazz says, has Isaac Kareem pull up. Isaac walks in the room. Hears the record immediately. He like, oh yeah, let's do it. He walks in. Didn't take Isaac but 1 or 2 takes to nail that. Man, this is not the end of the story. So let me explain to you, when you allow the Holy Spirit to lead and guide you, it's always a setup for something greater than you can see. And so when we're sitting there the whole time we do the record, I'm excited. So now, boom, I hop back on the flight. I'm going back. I got the record. I'm like, man, how am I about to put this record out? You got to worry about clearances. You got to worry about this. You got to worry about that. At the time, I'm just a new artist trying to, come out as an artist, not a producer, as an artist. So, man, few months go past. I'm thinking about getting ready to put the record out. I'm talking to a couple radio people and all that. I moved back to Atlanta. When I moved back to Atlanta, in the first month and a half, I moved back to Atlanta. Boom, boom, boom. I'm getting, mind you, I got a new phone, everything, new line, the whole 9 yards. Jazzy gets my new line. Black, man. Such, man. They trying to they trying to set some things up. They trying to put you on the record, on the Snoop album. They want to put the crown on the Snoop album, man. We need to make this happen. What? So lo and behold, me listening to the Holy Spirit not only got me on with one of my favorite producers, but got me on with one of the gospel great that I listened to as a kid. Not only that, but then leads me to the Snoop Dogg Bible of Love album. All of this as an unsigned, independent gospel artist. Nobody can tell me what God can't do. If you let him lead and guide you, and you trust him and allow the Holy Spirit to lead and guide you, God can do things beyond your wildest dreams. I never had to sign a deal. I never had to do anything as an artist other than follow the Holy Spirit. And he led and guided every step of the way, which opened up so many other doors. And I thank God for that. So lesson learned was follow the Holy Spirit. Don't follow what you feel like out of your emotions, and your heart can sometimes lead you the wrong way. But the Holy Spirit, I promise you, he will always lead and guide you the right way. Lesson learned. Let's go.